says that if you are facing an existential crisis, you should go to the throne of grace. So it's not a message just for the Old Testament, it's also for people in the New Testament. And there is a statement from Ellen White, you find it in The Faith I Live By, and this is a devotional, as you know, and it says, and see what Ellen White states in this one. From the creation and fall of man to the present time, there has been a continual unfolding of the plan of God for the redemption to Christ of the fallen race. The tabernacle and the temple of God on earth were patterned after the original in heaven. Around the sanctuary and its solemn services, mystically gathered the great truths which were to be developed throughout succeeding generations. I don't know if you grasp what the text really says. There are a few points here. One of those. Around the sanctuary and its services, the great truths of the biblical message gathered. So she suggested the sanctuary was the center. But she did not restrict or limit it to the Mosaic period. She says, throughout succeeding generations. Remember that the sanctuary of the Old Testament was just the shadow or the type. If the sanctuary of the Old Testament was so significant, don't you think that the New Testament should be even more significant when we have the reality? Christ and the sanctuary. So whenever you speak about the sanctuary, never ever leave out the cross, because the cross is part of it. It was the place where the sacrifice, the atoning sacrifice, was offered for in fulfillment of all the previous sacrifices. So here Ellen White says, and then about this matter, but there is a passage that you know very much, Daniel 8, 9 to 14, speaks about the power that would come and defile the sanctuary. And the work of this power, the horn. Remember, some people speak about the little horn, but don't forget that it only started little. It grew a lot. It's a huge horn, not a little horn, but in the mind of many people it continues to be just a little horn. It's not the case. Actually, the horn attacked, as you know, the host of heaven, the prince of the host, the deity, the place of the sanctuary, and the truth. And what is the truth? That's connected to the sanctuary. And then an angelic being in verse 13 asks, till when this grace, this terrible action, or the results of it will continue? And another angel says, till the end of 2300 evenings and mornings, and then the sanctuary will be what? You know, it means to be restored, vindicated, and cleansed. So what is the meaning of this cleansing of the sanctuary? I don't think that there's any doubt about this. That is the reversal of all the terrible work of the horn. And so in other words, the reversal should be as broad as was what happened before.